The VolQuest 2-minute drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price. Craven Wings 2-minute drill. Just listening to Josh Heupel deliver his State of the Recruiting Class update. Clearly likes this class a lot. Much like we talked about in our show at 11:30 on our YouTube channel, likes the defensive side. I think he's really happy with what they got done on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. They have plenty of needs, and they have needs on both sides of the ball. But the athleticism that they're bringing in on the defensive side of the ball is something that he referenced on multiple occasions at all three levels of the defense, talking about the defensive backs, linebackers, and the defensive linemen as well. That's been a point of emphasis. Get more athletic, get faster on defense so that they can play that aggressive style that Tim Banks wants to play. So I think that's been a big point of emphasis. Remember, a year ago when you recruited, you could sell the offense based on the history of what you had done, you being Josh Heupel at Central Florida, Missouri and those things. You didn't have that to sell with Tim Banks. And so a lot of these guys, it was a little easier, I think, to sell defensively after you got some tangible evidence on film of what you're going to be.
Nico, obviously the headliner of the class.
Sure.
Brings everything that Coach Heupel wants out of a quarterback.
Yeah, and he talked about just how he's immersed himself and started to learn. All those guys understand. He said he had a conversation with them after the practice. Understand where you are, right? Like, you're not in the game plan, but you're learning, and take full advantage of every opportunity you have to learn. And he likes the way that and what he's seen from Nico. He's responded to coaching very well. He's correcting things on his own. A very smart guy. I think that's the other thing that he likes about this class. A lot of football IQ in this class. Mentioned that with Arian Carter. Mentioned that with Nico as well. And I think that's something that they're looking for in their tangibles in terms of what they're trying to find as a player.
Talking playmakers on offense, Cam Selden is one that they feel like they can get the ball to in a number of different ways.
Well, he's a toy, right? How are you going to use him? You can use him in a variety of different ways. Where will they start him out at? You said it on the YouTube show at noon today. It'll depend on kind of what their depth looks like at those positions, because I think they want to work him some at running back and some at receiver as well. The Deebo Samuel reference is it's not an out-of-the-box crazy reference. I'm not saying that's who he is, but you can use him in some ways that the 49ers are using Deebo Samuel.
Other takeaways from Coach Heupel today?
Well, it was an easy day. Not an easy day, but a relaxing
it was an easy day.
When they took a picture out here after practice of the newcomers, it's a squad. There's 16, 17 guys out there who they announced as signees today that practiced with the football team today. That makes you sleep a little better the night before signing day. They did not have a lot of drama. They did not have a lot of worry. There were some rumors that tried to get out there, but there was nothing to any of those. Some guys got some phone calls, but this class stayed true all the way through. They really did, other than Sylvester Smith. And I think that says a lot about the bond that they have created with each other and this staff's ability to finish and hold on to those relationships.
Coach Heupel called me last night. We were coming back home from a Friendsmas, or whatever you want to call it, from hanging out with some friends for Christmas. And my girls were in the car, and I said, "Girls, this is Coach Heupel." When I answered, you just tell them Merry Christmas. And so he went into dad mode, and he said, "You girls, tomorrow is Christmas." And my 7-year-old, who's very black and white, "Nope, that's Sunday, Coach." And he goes, "Well, it's signing day, which is like Christmas for us coaches." And I said, "What's that mean, Avery?" She said, "Nico."
Nico's in town.
She knew.
That's the start. And he is the headliner. He's done a good, he's got off to a good start here. And a lot of parts to go around him that I think this coaching staff is really pleased with, not just offensively, but as you said off the top, certainly defensively.
He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. Craven Wings 2-minute drill. Don't forget today's Wing Ding Wednesday. Hit it up at all the locations. That's Seymour, Choteau, and Maryville.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.